Hello everyone, welcome to EduTap and also welcome to another lecture on government schemes in which we cover all the important schemes that come in your examination. And how do we say so? So see, any scheme that has been in news for past 1 year or has been recently launched, that become important from your examination point of view. And one such scheme that we are covering today, it is SWAMITVA scheme. Okay, so recently it was in news. So what was it, and what are the important dimensions that you need to understand from the examination point of view, along with a quick revision we'll do at the end of the session. Okay, so let's start with today's session, but before that, to our new audience, if you're preparing for government examinations, especially for central regulatory bodies, we have come up with one stop solution guide for all of you for addressing all your queries which you may be having in your mind but there's no one to ask. Okay, so in this we'll start, for example, the book that you're looking at, it is of RBI Grade B manager. So it starts with explaining about the role of RBI in our Indian economy, and then what is the role of a manager. Once you understand that, you'll get to know about the selection process. So what are the different criteria, what is the eligibility criteria, what is the what should be the subjects in your graduation, what should be the percentage in it. Everything has been mentioned along with the syllabus, the past year cutoff trends, and also the sources that you can refer for the examination. Similar we have for NABARD Grade A and for SEBI Grade A. So do not miss this opportunity. You can download these ebooks from the link that is present in our description box. Now let's start with the today's session. So first of all, we have to understand what is the full form of SWAMITVA. Okay, SWAMITVA is something that you own. Okay, but this, it is an abbreviation, and it has a full form. So what is a full form? So it is survey of villages. So here what will be done? Villages survey would be done, and mapping. So their mapping will also be done. There will be a boundary, that's kind of a boundary that will be created. What is it? We'll just understand in a while. With improvised technology. And how are we going to do so? How are we going to do the survey and mapping of the villages? That is by improvised technology. Here especially we are addressing to the drone technology in village areas, but of course we are also talking about geotagging, etc. Now why do we need to do so? This is a picture that a usual village in India it looks like, right? And this is something that is the case of the urban areas. Okay, so now if you look at the urban areas, we look at that every person who has his own property, if you look at it, they have a proper boundary to it. You can look at it and you can easily identify, even in these area, the right hand side areas where there is no house that are being built. Here you can see there is a proper segregation that can easily tell that okay, this particular set of land it may belong to someone else, and this may belong to someone else. They can belong to same person also, but there's a proper category. But if you look at the village area, there's no such categorization. Okay, so because of this, the people, they do not have they don't have any records, the registration of the land. Okay, so because of that, even the government, they are not able to make proper rules and regulation in the villages, or maybe some infrastructure planning, they are not able to do so because there's no clarity of the land between them. Okay, so that is why this particular scheme was introduced, so that proper mapping, as you're looking in your left hand picture, similar mapping can be done in the right hand side, so that development of the villages can be done. And there are 1-2 more aspects that we are going to look in the key features as well, but I hope now you have a general understanding. And do remember remember the full form of this particular term, SWAMITVA. Okay, it is important from the examination point of view. Now let's come to the launch year. So the launch year of this scheme, it is 2020, and see, it is under the Ministry of Panchayati Raj. Now most of you can get confused that because we are talking about the rural area, the villages, then the ministry should be rural development, but it is not. It is Ministry of Panchayati Raj. Okay, that you need to remember. But here, now let's talk about technology partner. Here we have technology partner Survey of India, because we are talking about that we are going to do survey and mapping because of the advanced technology only, right? So that we will, for that we have a technology partner which is Survey of India. What is the aim of this scheme? So the aim, it is to provide an integrated property validation solution for India. What is integrated property validation? What does it mean? Basically it means to have a registry of your land in the registry of your land in the rural areas. Okay, and because of that, it will provide to various solution to the rural people, because they'll be having the name of the land. Okay, they'll carry the name. Okay, so that can be utilized for various purposes. They can use that as collateral to take loan from the banks. Also the even the government, they have ease to know that which section is belong to which people, or which area it is wholly owned by the citizens. Okay, So that is why the aim, it is basically to have a registry, proper registry of the land of the villages. Type of scheme, so that is a center sector scheme. What does it mean? So it means it is 100% funded by the central government. So if we are saying that it is a center sector scheme, government is funding, central government is funding, so there must be some budget that has been allocated for that, right? So it has been provisioned till now that the total budget that will be of 2000 crore that will be given by the central government. Okay, and there is a target that this mapping shall be done till 2025. Okay, so this has been done that for 5 year proper mapping and survey will be done and registry of the land will be done. Okay, I hope till now everything is clear. Now let's move to the objectives. So what are the objectives of this? So first is to bring financial stability. So as we discussed before, once you have the name of the land, once you have that registry, once you have that document, you can easily go to bank to take loans. Now this loan you can take for any purpose. Maybe you can you want to start a new business. Okay, so for that you can take loan easily, right? Apart from that, you even if you want loan for anything, you can have that. So that is why it is bringing financial stability. Creation of accurate land records for rural planning. So of course the government, they want to have a rural planning, they should have accurate land records, right? That is how they accordingly they'll make plans that okay, this particular area it is occupied by this person, so either we can buy them from them to make road, right, or maybe some another infrastructure, or maybe we can create it somewhere else, right? Next is determination of property tax. Now the government, it is not only it will not only benefit the government by rural planning, but it will also help to identify that which people in the rural area, do they have such this much property that they should be taxed over that. So this will be determined by the SWAMITVA scheme, because once survey is done, registry is done, it is more clear that who have more property. Next is to support in preparation of better quality gram panchayat development plans. Okay, again because of the proper mapping that can be done, and to reduce property related disputes and legal cases, because we know in India usually the siblings, they fight among themselves that this is our land, this is our land, or maybe the neighbor lands, right, neighborhood lands, so that landowners. So that is why by this particular proper registry documentation, these disputes, they can be resolved, and also legal cases then will become lesser in India once you have the proper certifications. Coming to the key feature, the first one is to cover all the villages of India. Although when this particular scheme it was launched, it was for 9 states only. Okay, but then the ultimate aim is to cover all the villages in India, to have right to record and issuance of property cards. Right to record what? Your property, your land, and then issuing property cards for that. Okay, collaboration with Survey of India, that we have understood, that will be the technology partner. Then we have drone technology that will be used for the survey, and use of continuously operating reference station network. So here this is a network, GIS based network, and here you have to remember the full form of course. Okay, though continuously operating reference station, that will also be used for the surveying and mapping. So that was all about this scheme, and here we are looking at the recent news, that is of 9th November 2022. It says report of expert committee on SWAMITVA scheme released. Okay, so this report, it is not part of what our lectures cater, that is to know about the basic understanding of the scheme. But here, because the recent reports have been launched regarding this particular scheme, and it talks about the improvements that can also be done, that is why this scheme has again resurfaced and has become a talk of the nation. Okay, and that is why we have to study this particular scheme. Okay, so that is all in this. And now if we look at the homework, so here it is for you, it is a MCQ based question. It says which of the following statement is incorrect with respect to SWAMITVA scheme. So there are 5 options, and you have to answer the correct one and write the correct answer in the comment box below. So that is all. So if you like the video, kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel, and you can also join our Telegram channel to get the PDFs of all the lectures that we provide here on YouTube, and the link to it is present in the description box below. That is all in this video. So if you want me to cover any scheme, do let me know in the comment section. I'll make them in the next session. So until then, we meet again with the next lecture. All the very best for examination, and thank you.